Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to a casual survival right here in Space Engineers. I hope you're all doing well, having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you are a returning member, welcome back to you as well. It's great to have you all here for the ongoing shenanigans that happen on this channel on a daily basis, regardless of what series it is. It is great to have you all here, and it's great to have you as part of this wonderful community. And I do enjoy interacting with y'all in the comments as well, and you guys always have good ideas when you make suggestions too. That being said, as usual, all usual disclaimers are in the description of this wonderful video. Okay, so in the last episode, we got to the point where we have all of the refinery placements in place. We also have this part of the wall done, so we know how far out we have to go. And we also started on the ceiling too, which is really awesome. So we are doing really well. And now I need to make sure that we are going to have plenty of steel plate before we get going. So let me do that real quick like. We should have plenty for a little while, but I will probably end up having to make more. Okay, so with that being said, we need to finish up this room, and that is our goal today, is to get the refinery center finished so that we can get those refineries in. That'll help with getting stuff going a little bit quicker. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and we'll grab our coffee, our donuts, our bagels, our Egg McMuffin, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, which sounds really good right about now. We'll grab our favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, because I don't want to give those big corporate franchises all the money in the world. I'd like to see the local mom and pop shops thrive as well. So let's go ahead and let's go and buy from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, and let's get cracking. Okay. So let me do this first, just so that I have a little bit of a peace of mind here. Now I know some of this is going to happen when I... Alright. I do not think yet, anyway. Let's do this. At the end of the last episode, we were waiting for the miner to recharge. So I don't know that it's done recharging as of yet. I should be able to fit through there. And by the way, before I forget, folks, we probably will see a little bit of lag in the game. Do not panic, please. It is not YouTube being YouTube. It is, I updated the graphics card drivers, and so everything is still kind of recatching and resyncing graphically. So that's what it is. So have no fear. The old bunny is here. All right. Okay, that should actually start. All right, so that should. Don't really have much to go. See if I can tell how much our battery's oh, our battery's already charged. Okay. Well, that's even better. That was quick. That was quick. So let me just recharge my hydro bottle there. All right. We will do this. We will turn that on. We will do this. Hey, buddy boo. Is that the picnic basket? Hey, hey, hey. I do miss. I gotta say it. I do miss shows like Yogi Bear and whatnot. I miss those cartoon shows from when I was a kid. I liked them. Not exactly sure I like some of the remakes of them that they've been doing, but I suppose it is what it is. Now, oh yeah, I can get through this easy. Now this time the goal is going to be not to get ourselves destroyed again. Stay balanced, shall we? Alright, let's do one little section at a time so that I know I'm not going stir crazy here. Which, believe me, is not hard for me. I had a lot of success yesterday at work, and I'm really happy this morning. Had a good night's sleep. Yes, I do tend to do most of my video recordings in the morning when I wake up. That way I can have coffee and hang out with you guys. I find that's the best time to do it. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to destroy our miner too, so let me just pull this up a little bit more there, that way I know you guys can hear me. So yeah, there is that. I'm really happy today, and I know I'm going to have more success. I feel like today I'm going to have a lot more success at work too. In my work. Come down here, see if I can. This is usually the part that gets me in trouble right here. So I hope you all have been having some good vacations too, and enjoying the summer. The kids around where I live start going back to school here in a couple of weeks. I think they go back August 20th or 21st, and that's because they get part of September off due to the harvest, the potato harvest. A lot of people I talk to and have said, I don't know why they continue on with this potato harvest thing, because you got all the modern technology. But, you know, when you stop and you think about it, it's probably tradition still, meant to encourage spending time with your families and I'm not so sure there's anything really wrong with that. Because, to be honest, I think family's a good thing, and something quite frankly that we should be encouraging. Alright, let me pop out real quick. Alright, yeah, I still need to do that. Let's do this real quick. So I don't really have a problem with it. I don't really see any harm, because I think spending, you know, when I take into account everything I've been through in life, and that's a lot, you know, kids today need to learn the importance, you know, should be lucky that they have family that care about them and things like that. So, not saying I didn't have family that cared or anything. But what I'm saying is, sometimes when it seems like our families don't care and they do things that we don't like as kids, you know, we got to remember they're doing it because they love us. And they might think it's right, and it might not be. But we're all imperfect. Okay. We're getting somewhere. do it this way, because I don't want to screw this up, guys. Any more than I have to. There we go. What'd they hit? Oh, I hit that wall, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, let me hop out of here real quick, folks, and we'll do this. We will do this. We will go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I can do like that. Oh wait. I better put these two in first, huh? Oh, come on. Stop doing that. Come on, get me that in. Thank you. Thank you, jolly old reptile. Yeah. We are making progress on these walls, folks. So the other day I had to set somebody straight about what they knew about what people do for work and things like that. And it's not something I like to do, but in this particular case, it was needed because it's easy for people to claim they know what somebody's doing, and when they really don't. And that's basically what happened. I got told, oh, you don't do anything, you just sit on your computer all day. Well, guess what, guys? My job requires me to be on my computer most days. I may not like it. And I, you know, but it is what it is, and, you know, hey, you don't like it? Well, that's not my problem. But I had to explain to them that, you know, you don't really know what somebody is doing. You know, when you say, oh, you don't do any work because you're always on your computer and you never go anywhere, well, a lot of people work. There are a lot of people out there who have jobs that allow them to work. Their employers are gracious enough to allow them to work from this thing called home. And the reality is, just because you might not understand it, especially, and I know a lot of older folks, and I'm not age bashing or anything like that. I'm just saying I know a lot of older folks who don't necessarily understand that in this day and age, a lot of people do actually work from home. But I'm also mindful that, you know, I live in a town where it's small enough, people love it's a small enough town that people like to think that they know what everybody else is doing, and they love to know that. They love to think, oh, well, I know what so-and-so is doing. When, you know, they might not what did I do? I know we're not going to be able to see that, but I kind of want to make sure we're doing it right. You know, and there are people out there who think that they know what everybody else is doing, or that they have to be all up in their business. And quite frankly, it's, at least in my view, I grew up in a small town, and quite frankly, it's nobody's business what I do for work. I'm not causing trouble. I'm trying to get myself in a better position in life, and that's all that matters. But they're still good people, so I don't try to find fault. I know that a lot of it's just that they don't understand how employment works in this modern day and age, and they got their views that are perhaps a little misguided and old-fashioned, but they have their right to their views, even if I don't like them. But I was always taught in life to respect my elders. I hit something. Oh, I hit the wall. Oops. This, yeah. But I've learned life's lessons. You do things to remember to respect your elders and things like that, and you'll be okay. Treat others how you want to be treated in life. We are almost done, guys. Almost got this done. Almost got this done. Alright, let's see how close we are here. Bring this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, not that far. Not that far. Okay. We're almost there. I'm happy. All right, let's see if we can't even this out a little bit more. So yeah, there's always that motto and moniker of be careful what you wish for in your lives, because you never know, it could happen. The very thing you don't want happening could, and it was kind of funny. I had also had somebody tell me yesterday, oh, you shouldn't hang around with so-and-so, they're trouble. And that's good information to have, because you don't want to hang around people that are going to cause you trouble or get you into trouble. But, you know, I try to look at life in a way of, you know, sometimes, while it might be true, I like to think people do have an ability to do the right thing because they want to, or they're trying to do better. It doesn't mean I'm going to hang out with them. I mean, if they're known to cause trouble and things like that, I'm not going to be hanging out with them. But you know, it still is a very wise thing to keep in mind, is always know who your friends are, who you can trust. In life. Okay. I think that should yeah, I did. Alright. Alright. That's fine. Now, let's see. Let's see if I can get this right here. Yay! We'll do it this way, that way it'll make it a little easier. Yeah. There we go. Now let's put this row in. Okay. See, let's come up here like that. There we go. Reason why I'm doing the wall, making sure we get the rock out of the wall this way, so I don't it's a twofold reason. So I don't accidentally destroy a block we already put in, and so I don't accidentally destroy the miner. Yeah. Okay. And that, ladies and gents,
fuel low,
gets us to there. We'll go refill real quick. We'll come back and get the ceiling in, and that'll be that. And then in the next episode, we will be able to do the lighting and hopefully get the actual refinery and refineries installed. Take back enough steel plate. That way we got that. But I think we'll have the ceiling done here shortly. I don't think we're going to have much more to do in the way of drilling, so Yeah. We are almost there. Ow. I think we're out of steel plate. That's okay. All right, let's take the miner back and put it on its charger, and we'll queue up some more steel plate. Get that done. And that'll get welded up. Get through that. There we go. I think I'll make sure to put a couple of doors there too. There we go. All right. Recharge. Let's say... $5,000 should do it. Missed one. So now all we're doing is waiting for the welding to be done, making sure we didn't miss anything. Okay. Let me just stop my timer clock there. Yeah. We'll get all this welded up and then we'll call it an episode. Not going to take long. I'm just making sure we didn't miss a block or something like that. Almost there. All right. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Looks like we are good to go. Yep. Perfect. Let's just put the hangar door in here. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I will do some mining off camera, I think, this week, so that way we make sure we have enough resource. But we have successfully built the room. Now in the next episode, we need to install the lighting. Here, a little loud for me. So in the next episode, we need to install the lighting. We need to install that might not take the entire episode, so if it doesn't, we'll go ahead and we'll install the refineries. Those actually won't take us long to get installed. But I want to install lighting first to make sure that's all set, and we'll go from there. I have a pretty cool idea I want to do, too, to make sure we have catwalks, going from refinery to refinery, things like that. So we'll be working on that, too, as we install the emplacements, the refineries in their place. But we'll start the next episode working on the lighting, getting that all sorted and whatnot. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with the building of the room complete, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll look forward to next week's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your co-workers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit, pet boa constrictor. Although if you really want a snake, I don't know why. I think you might want to reconsider that, but that being said, by sharing the link to the channel with others, it does help this wonderful channel grow, and it helps our wonderful community grow. Be sure to leave your thoughts, ideas, suggestions, feedback, comments, even if you just want to say hi. Be sure to leave it in the comments section, and I will respond as quickly as I can. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a safe, wonderful, and successful rest of your week. And I shall see you all in the next episode of A Casual Survival in Space Engineers, right here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming.